what they saying, bro.
Turn it up, here we go. You've been waiting all week. Now you know the time has come. We're taking the floor. Strap in tight, we're ready for more. It's 11 o'clock time to bring it. The big show's here. You know we're gonna win it. Game day fever, feel it in your bones. We're cranking it loud through your Marcus steps up, breaking it down. Josh has got the fire, wearing the crown. Johnny brings the heat, never backs away. Maniac lives up to the Navy display. M3's in the mix, tripling the thrill. 5 voices strong, bending your will.
That load off.
Another one.
Yo, college football people, what's good? What's up? We ready. We here to talk about some things. A lot of Michigan fans in the chat ready to talk about y'all's next coach. And we got to talk about these playoffs and that terrible, terrible game for Oklahoma last night. All right. Y'all know what it is. We got M3 in the building, Johnny Old in the building. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So who's coming up first?
It's Maze Mad Man, and I'm upset about the results from last night and definitely about the news from this morning. We're gonna talk about it.
Facts. J.O. You're muted.
Not sure why I was muted, but yeah. What up? I mean, as far as Michigan goes, it's all bad right now. It is all bad news for me.
Man, somebody told you that before too. It's just crazy how that happened.
This guy.
Why y'all do this, man? Why do y'all give this cannon fodder to other people? I understand, it's not the best situation. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not ideal.
Big dog, introduce yourself.
You gotta do this. Oh,
introduce yourself.
What up, folks? It's your resident Michigan fan from a house divided. Your boy Marcus, the level-headed one. I'll try to continue to be that today. Right. Yeah, no. First of all, I'm not about to lay down and get ate up by Buckeye Spartans and whoever else who just want to feast on our carcass. So that's number one. But there's
it's a carcass is already crazy.
Let's take a woosah. Let's take a woosah for a moment.
Well, we can do that. That's fine. Can I introduce myself as the resident Buckeye fan for a house divided? Yeah, boy. And let the chat say IOOH. They're gonna say IO in the chat. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. It's playoff times. And while we are doing the show, I will be looking for a white belt for this national championship. I just wanted to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I got a black one, so I got to get a white one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Two belts. Anyway, do y'all want to get straight into the Michigan coach side of it? Because it seems like Marcus is already ready to get into that side of things. Or do you want to recap?
I didn't know where we were at. I just heard y'all talking lightly about it.
We just started. So, I mean, we can talk about the coaches. It seems like chat really wants to get in there.
Yeah.
It does not seem like you're going to get DeBoer or Dillingham. And so now it seems your team is in a pickle. And again, it's almost as if somebody told y'all that was going to happen. Thoughts? Dude in red gets pegged. Why is your mind on getting pegged at 10:30 in the morning? 11 in the morning? That's insane.
Hey, yo, relax. We get the sexual harassment police in here on you. So yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it's not ideal. This is it's not the spot you want to be in. I do want to just kind of view it as what it is, though, right? I think everybody, at least from the Michigan side of things, if you had a list, Kalen DeBoer was probably number one. If not number one, number two. But he was one of the options that was out there, right? And so if that's the case, what other choice do you have than to let it play out and offer when you're able to offer? If Michigan had a head coach that was getting eyed by other folks, right? The NFL, would you expect that coach to take an interview in the middle of the run, right? Did everybody like the fact that our coach, while we were in the middle of recruiting cycles, while we're in the middle of trying to get guys in the portal, while we are trying to constitute our program, talking for other positions? Was that something that we all enjoyed here at Michigan? Do you think that was going to be something that would happen in Tuscaloosa if you wanted DeBoer? It had to play out. He had to either not make the playoffs or lose. And because Brent Venables runs a Harlem Globetrotter squad, it ended up being, not going in our favor. So, in terms of where you go next, in my opinion, you circle back on two names. Because for me, drudging all the way down to the list of the Clark Lees of the world, so even some guys we haven't necessarily heard right to this point, you could do a lot more good for what it is you want, which is retaining a roster, trying to keep your place in both of these recruiting classes that are coming up, 26 and 27, because you're currently top 10 in both, and then reassessing when more coaches are available. I would circle back with Brom and Mentor. If none of those are options, right, if they're not going to say, yes, I will take the head coaching job right now. I understand Mentor is in the middle. He's getting ready to enter a playoff run. He's going to want to do that. He can say he's going to take the position, though. If it's a no, we moving on, right? If it gets to a point where you don't feel like you have a bona fide head coach that can compete at the top levels of the Big Ten, then why not constitute your roster and reposition yourself when there are guys available? Is my logic about it. You struck out on your first two options. They were decent options. Okay. Dillingham, if Dillingham takes the modest bump in NIL and roster acquisition funds, right, and takes that as I'm in a better position here at ASU than I would be at Michigan, you let him do that. You let him do that, because that was one of my concerns with Dillingham in the first place. Is the scale of the job going to change how we view his value? It looks good when you're the offensive coordinator of successful teams. It looks good when you're punching above your weight in the Big 12. Okay, there is no more punching above your weight. You're going to be expected to compete with the Oregons, the Indianas, the Ohio States year in and year out. And the prospect of that towards Killing Dillingham obviously led him to be more comfortable at home. So then what does that tell you about how he would have handled the pressure here? We just went through a situation where we took it on faith that a young up and coming would be able to handle the pressures of leading this program. So is it a good situation? No, it's not. But if you watch our channel, you know me, I'm not about to get up here and show you my belly. I'm just not about to do it. Right there. It's adversity that shows the mettle of a program, of a team. And so if we can't find our way out of this with the players we already have on the roster, the prospective players coming in, and all the funds in the world to spend, then we don't deserve to get out of it. And if you're ready to go lay down and say the program is over, then I just can't help you with that. I can't help you with that.
I want to let it be known that Ripstar in the chat is hilarious. He's been getting jokes off on my expense this entire time, but he said Brian Kelly, bring him to Michigan, bring him home.
Sorry, Risto. I thought you showed up to hear the discussion, dog. Maybe you on the wrong channel.
Rip is
Kelly
Rip is
from Michigan's
hilarious.
head
Shout out
coach.
to Rip. All right, look, here's the thing. If you watch my watch party last night, which some of the people in the chat definitely did, Johnny was there. I then you know how which side I was on. I was firmly on Oklahoma winning the football game, and early on it looked like they were going to do just that, right? 17-0. Somehow Brett Venables forgot how to call defense for the rest of the night. It is what it is, right? That said, I wanted Oklahoma to win because I wanted the Alabama fan base to hate their coach, which for the most part they've been doing since he got there. I'm talking day one. Before a football game was played, Alabama was on DeBoer's head top, right? He's replacing the absolute football coaching GOAT in college anyway. And it's really nothing he could do. I'm sorry.
Not
you have
long.
something. Stop it, bro. Stop it. You Ryan Day or whoever else has a long way to go. All right,
I didn't say anybody specific. I just said not long.
All right, that's fair. All right, so anything short of going undefeated these first two seasons and winning the national championship in both of them was going to not be enough for Alabama fans. All right, and so he definitely didn't live up to that. But him losing that game would have put Michigan in prime position to go ahead, offer my man. He probably would have been on the jet this morning to Ann Arbor to sign that deal. That said, that didn't happen, and now he's a semi-successful Alabama coach that is going to the second round, where I think they got a good chance against Indiana to win. That's just my personal opinion. I've been saying that, though. No matter who won this game, that they would have a good chance against Indiana to win. Now you compound that with what would have been my second choice, but a lot of Michigan fans' first choice, Kenny Dillingham, signing an extension with Arizona State of $7.5 million a year, which I'm pretty sure Michigan could have beaten. By the way, I'm pretty sure they would have beaten. And that tells you all you need to know about Kenny Dillingham, by the way, Michigan fans, that he wants to stay in Arizona State instead of coming to Michigan. He's not here to compete.
Thank you.
He was here to gain leverage for the rest of his coaching staff, and that's exactly what he did. They got $11 million for the coaching pool for Arizona State, which puts them at or near the top of their conference. So don't get it twisted. Kenny Dillingham never wanted to be the Wolverines coach. He was posturing to get himself and his coaches in a better position at Arizona State. And it's not that he didn't want to be Michigan's coach because Michigan isn't a better job than Arizona State. It absolutely is. Everybody knows that. Don't make that face, Josh. All right.
I said that.
Okay.
I agree.
All right,
I agree
cool.
with that because I said that last week.
Michigan is absolutely a better job than Arizona State. But this guy wants to be at Arizona State. He wants to compete in the Big 12 against the likes of Texas Tech and Arizona, who, by the way,
that last week. I said he's an Arizona
Utah
State guy.
Dog walk this guy. Arizona dog.
What the hell is that?
While I'm on the case of Dillingham here, he got absolutely destroyed by Utah. Sure, it was on the road. Sure, he had a backup quarterback, but he mustered 10 points, and the other team scored 42. He got absolutely dog walked by Arizona, in-state rival. Sure, he had a backup, but they mustered 7 points. And this is the offensive genius that the Michigan fans were telling me about. He's an offensive guru who's a quarterback whisperer, has an elite run game. No, he doesn't. He's coaches at Arizona State, bro, and he's underachieving. This year, he underachieved at Arizona State. He had expectations this year, and look what he did with the expectations.
1,000%.
The best part of his resume is I kept it close with Texas. That's the best part of his resume, bro. I never was on this Dillingham train the way everybody else was. Everybody else just thinks he's young and he's energetic. Oh, he's coked out Lanning. No, coked out Lanning is coked out Lanning. This dude would lose 10 out of 10 times against coked out Lanning. So beyond that, the options really are: do we stay with DeBoer? Do we try to stay with the DeBoer train? Hope that Cignetti and Indiana wrecks this train, by the way. And by wreck it, I mean wins by 10 plus points against Alabama, which is possible. Or do we stick with Biff Poggi, bro? Do we stick with Biff Poggi? Let's say Biff goes to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, beats Texas handily. Then what? We saw what the offense looked like with Biff as the head man against Nebraska. People liked it. We also know that Biff Poggi has a decent recruiting base. He can recruit that Mid-Atlantic, that kind of DMV area very well. Biff Poggi has some skin in the game for sure. I do think that it depends on how we look against the cheesiest. Yeah, right. I do think it depends on how we look against Texas and what that looks like. But at the same time, the players that are currently on the roster are comfortable with Biff. Outside of that, though, bro, Dillingham, not only was it never going to happen, apparently, but it also shouldn't have happened because he doesn't deserve the Michigan job, honestly, bro. He's done nothing in his coaching career that says he should be the next Michigan head coach.
Got you.
JL?
My thoughts on it, I'm a little bit different, you know. This is bad. I mean, we could sugarcoat it. The fans, rival fans, they're gonna talk whether we like it or not. Ain't no stopping them from talking.
Wow.
But it's bad in the reason because you put it out there that DeBoer was your number one. You put it out there that Dillingham was your number two. You put it out there. We didn't put it out there. They put it out there. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that you did that and, okay, DeBoer was number one, but you had to wait for him in the playoff. Dillingham is your number two. He's just got a regular bowl game. Now, you playing Russian roulette. This is basically what happened. You're going to the school dance. You're going to the school dance. You waiting on that. You waiting on Jill. You waiting on Jill because she's so fine. You waiting on Jill. When Janet wants you. Janet wants to go to the dance with you. If you ask her. If you
Jill and
ask
Janet
her.
is crazy.
But no, you waiting on Jill, and then Jill gets asked by somebody else, or she goes with her boyfriend, and then Janet, somebody else asked her. Now they're both gone. Because you played.
Man, Janet was trying to make Harry. He was trying to make Harry jealous.
I mean, you can.
She wanted more attention from Harry.
You can. This is my thing. You can say that. And real quick, talking on these coaches. Everybody is different. He's from there, so I understand that he wants to stay there. I can understand that he wants to stay there. But if Michigan isn't going all in to get me, why am I going out of my way? If okay, this is business. So Arizona State is stepping up. They see Michigan wants our coach. Michigan is interested in our coach. But okay, my alma mater is going all in to keep me. Michigan, they ain't all in. They ain't all in on trying to get me. They still want DeBoer. So why would I go all in on Michigan when they're not all in on trying to hire me? This is
so business. You preferred Dillingham. You preferred Dillingham to DeBoer?
I preferred to get one of them. And it was kind of obvious to me that we probably weren't going to get DeBoer. So I would have went all in on Dillingham. You get what I'm saying? That's what I would have done because I don't want to play the longer we waited and playing footsie. We were playing footsie with you sitting at the table, you playing footsie with two different girls. And they both done realized that now you lost both of them, basically. You see what I'm saying?
So
that's
what if Oklahoma actually finishes and they don't shit down their leg like they did last night? Do you think that changes the situation at all?
It possibly could have, but they didn't.
They didn't.
You know
They didn't.
so we're playing a risky game. We were playing a risky
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
anyway by
For sure.
waiting. And shout out to Juju, because me and Juju were talking about this Thursday night on the call-in show on Voice of College Football. And he said it like, bro, Michigan is gonna mess this up. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. And I was like, I said, go with who wants to be there. Go in all the way. And then he came back with, they gonna mess this up. Watch. And so it just makes you you can still find a coach, but you got egg on your face right now because your two options, you messed it up, basically. Mm-hmm. Whether you did or you didn't, you could be right, Marcus. I'm not saying you're wrong. Dilly could have been playing I'm just using them to get more money.
It's a failure either way, right? Because you didn't get who you said you wanted to get. Exactly. And so from that standpoint, it's a failure. Yeah.
Perception becomes reality. So it don't matter what actually happened. The perception is y'all can't get the coach y'all want. You're looking
y'all bad. Can't get who y'all want. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I got.
All right, I got a question first. Are y'all getting rid of Ward Manuel? Are y'all getting rid of Ward Manuel?
So I think what's end up happening is the dysfunction that everybody keeps speaking about at Michigan. It's not coming from the player. Well, no, it's not coming from the players. We know who the staff members are, who it was coming from. That's already been taken care of. But the majority of the news of what's going on behind the scenes at Michigan is coming from the Regents room. It's coming from the Regents room. There are individuals sitting in those seats that see themselves as shepherds of the program. That's not what you're there to do. You are a regent of the university. Handle academics. Get the tuition down. Get the hell out of the football program. When you have guys at the Regents table texting NFL coaches about how good their current coach is and how good of a hire he would be, when you're doing that type of stuff, when you are erroneously leaking that well the athletic director is fired and he's not, you are sending signals of dysfunction, and it's not even your place to be speaking. It's not even your place. Ward Manuel has to stay in place to make this hire, right? If they fire Ward Manuel right now, you made your job 10 times harder in terms of finding a coach. You just made your job 10 times harder at finding a coach. And so it never even made sense for them to boot him unless they was just going to let the program tank for the next 2 or 3 years. It made absolutely no sense. You have to make a hire. Who's coming to a university without an athletic director? Who's coming to work at a place where they don't know who their next boss is going to be? It's a non-starter. He has to stay in for the transition, and then maybe there'll be talks about how his tenure is going to end after the fact. Right now, it would be disastrous to cut Ward Manuel.
So then the next coach, whoever does end up coming in, is coming in with the thought that Ward Manuel is probably not going to be there anyway. Yes, no?
Maybe not long term. I mean, he's obviously going to make the hire. I think what ends up happening is he either moves on to another position somewhere. Maybe he gets to choose the successor. Who knows? But I do think there's they have a tumultuous relationship, the Regents and Ward, right? I don't think his time is long, but they can't can him right now. So for the foreseeable future, it's Ward. For the foreseeable future, it's Ward. For the hire, it's Ward.
So then my next question, well, not even a question. First of all, I told y'all in the group chat, I agree. I think y'all should wait until next year and then, have your pick of whoever's out there. You'll have probably first pick as to whoever is out there. Now, whether or not that's going to be a coach like I've seen in the chat, Jeff Brom, I've seen Whittingham. I don't think neither one of those guys are doing it either. But you'll have
Whittingham is 66 years old.
Like, it's not going to be Whittingham. Right. Jeff Brom is at Louisville. He's from Louisville. So Maybe, but I don't see it. My point is,
I feel less that way about Brom than I do about Whittingham. I think Whittingham is like end of career. Jeff Brom still has room between where he's at right now and the ceiling.
Sure, I agree with that. But I think the best move for y'all is to go ahead and hire an interim coach in Biff, and then see what the market looks like next year. I think that's the best move.
Biff keeps your current roster, right? He constitutes your current roster. I think it also does a long way if he keeps most of the staff intact. Well, keyword most, not everybody, but most of the staff intact. Then that keeps a lot of this momentum you have in the current recruiting class and the next one going. It keeps that going. It keeps those relationships intact with the university. Is it what we is that what we wanted to do when we found out Sherrod Moore was no longer going to be our head coach a couple weeks ago? No. Given the landscape, would you rather take a risk on a totally unknown, a Drinkowitz or a Clark Lee, you know what I'm saying, something like that, or do you want to at least create a baseline? Like, I think we know ideally what a floor looks like for Biff. I have no idea what Clark Lee at Michigan looks like in year one. You're going to have roster attrition. Some of the guys that you're holding on to right now in this recruiting class are going to go. Maybe not all of them. I don't know, but like somebody's leaving, right? Because that's not who we signed up to play for. So like right now, it feels like that's the best option for me because there just isn't a clear cut. All right, that's the best coaching option out right now. It's not clear. So if it's not clear, constitute and try again next season. I think Biff knows, all right, this is not my job long term. Like this is not my position to keep, but he's enough of a Michigan guy that he'll steer the ship until they find somebody, I believe. I think that's who Biff Poggi is.
The bottom line is this, bro. We are not. DeBoer is still on the table, no matter what we think. Right? It's still a possibility. I'm not saying it's a good possibility. It's just not over, is what I'm saying. Right? If Biff goes and handles his business against Texas and looks great, then there are going to be more questions than answers for sure. But maybe we do stick with Biff or whatever. But I also think that maybe this was a blessing in disguise. Oklahoma not winning yesterday means that DeBoer was not offered officially yesterday or today, means that Dillingham is off the table. I'm sure they got more aggressive with those talks as that game waned at ASU, right? And it also means that, hell, somebody even like Jesse Minter is still available, is still a viable option. I'm not saying that he's a realistic necessarily option, but it is a possibility, right? There are other people now that Michigan can take a longer look at, especially if Biff is successful. If Biff goes and is successful against Texas, then Michigan has an entire offseason to really do all the things they need to do. Clean up the AD situation, whatever that's going to be, make it be what it's going to be. Also, I agree with some of what Marcus was saying with the regents. There is at least one regent that we know feeds information to our enemies, by the way, not just feeds and leaks information, gives that information directly to people like Spiro. There's at least one of them that does that. And so there is that situation. Right now, Michigan just needs to be prepared to pay whoever it is a hefty sum.
Last thing, Aaron Taylor said that he doesn't care what a Buckeye thinks about y'all situation. That's fine. It doesn't matter who y'all hire. Not concerned over here. Not concerned over here whatsoever. Let's get to these super chats. M. Morris, Michigan
did lose to a goner.
Anyway, Michigan is severely lacking in leadership. Fire Ward, change a couple of regions. Too many clown moves by people who make millions. Thank you for the $5. He also said another $5. Wrong. Harbaugh was hired by an interim AD. You fire Ward now. Too many hands in the pot making the worst gumbo ever. Keep Biff for a year.
I didn't say make Ward hire him. I say show some sort of organization while you make this hire. Dysfunction like what you're describing is not attractive to anybody. Yeah, no, we'll find somebody, but come on, just coach. Because I'm upset and I hate the guy in place, so I'm not gonna make a rational decision about how to make this process actually happen. I appreciate the 5 though.
Appreciate the 5. And Michigander 1212. Thank you for the $5. Eli Drinkowitz consistently has top defenses and rushing offenses. He's now had 2 All-American running backs in Cody Schrader in 2023, and now with Ahmed Hardy, another coach that doesn't put fear in my heart as a Buckeye. But hey,
how many times is Eli Drinkowitz? How many times has Eli Drinkowitz won or competed for the SEC title? That's right. What we're talking about. We want, right? We don't want a guy who's just punching above his weight in the mid tiers of the SEC. If that's the case, go offer Clark Lee $9 million a year and let's get going. What are we talking about? Who do you want? What do you want from this next coach? You want a guy who has impressive stats for the relative success that he's had in football, or do you want a successful individual?
By the way, somebody putting fear in Buckeyes' hearts means nothing to us. Were you afraid of Sharon Moore when he came to Columbus and handed y'all a fresh L?
I haven't been afraid.
You don't have to be.
That's what I'm about to
scared at all. Get your ass kicked. You don't got to be scared to get your teeth kicked in. It's a lot of brave dead people.
4 times.
But go ahead.
How long? Anyway, Alabama, Oklahoma. Oh my God, Oklahoma fucked up big time. Had the game firmly in grasp, and they lost it by 10 points. Thoughts? Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go. 17-0. Then all of a sudden, Brent Venables forgot how to play defense. He was doing God's work for the first quarter and the first part of the second quarter because he was hand delivering Michigan their future head coach. But you know what? That was too much to ask of Brett Venables in Oklahoma. They could not gift wrap Kalen DeBoer for us to pick up at the nearest airport and swift away to A2. And somehow they lost that game. That said, I thought that Alabama showed some decent resilience in this game. It would have been easy for them to pack it up after being down 17 donut. Granted, it was early. It was first half. Hell, by halftime, was the score tied at halftime? I think they might have tied it up before half, maybe 10-17, something like that, 17-17.
Yeah,
at half.
Tied at 17.
Yeah. Yep. So before halftime, the score was tied. All the momentum had really shifted to Alabama, and they even had to deal with it could have been more out of hand, honestly. They had key drops. Ryan Williams did what Ryan Williams has been doing all season. He dropped another one. Then number 5, I forget who that is, but he basically was waiting on a ball like a punt and somehow completely misjudged it. It wasn't even close. The score could have been probably even more ugly, but shout out to Kalen DeBoer. Shout out to Alabama for, staying in the game, keeping their mind in the game. I thought at times Ty Simpson looked very good. He looked like the person that they were saying was a Heisman contender earlier in the season. And at times he didn't look that great. Mateer at times early in this game, I thought John Mateer, somebody had gotten into John Mateer's body, and because the way he was dotting them up, and they had a big drop too. He was rolling out to the left one time, threw it a good 30-40 yards down the field. Dude just dropped that thing
to the running back. Yep,
as soon as Mateer had adversity, he turned into a puddle of goo. Right, he got sacked one time, and then I think he followed that up with that pick 6, and the ball game was basically over for Oklahoma at that point.
Who's next?
Yeah, Oklahoma choked that game away pretty fast. Pretty fast. Whether it was the interception, but before then, after Alabama had answered, that deep pass to the running back, you got to make that play.
Got to make
that
it.
When he dropped that, and then the pick comes after that. It was ball game like once they tied it up before half, it was basically ball game. Like big time players make big time plays, and Oklahoma had guys that didn't make the plays when they needed them when the adversity struck. They got up early, and Bama was still trying to find themselves, trying to stay composed, and you didn't make the plays once Bama started to fight back. Oklahoma didn't really have much fight in them. They weren't hard to kill. It didn't seem like once they started fighting, they weren't hard to kill. But I like that sweatshirt. But so yeah, that leaves Oklahoma in the lurch. But what's his name? Oklahoma coach Venables. Venables had a good year for them. They made the playoffs. DeBoer is going on, and it leaves us in the lurch a little bit as Michigan fans. It's the truth. So we'll see what they do, but that was a loss for Oklahoma, and it felt like a loss for us too. I'm gonna keep it 100. Go ahead,
Marcus.
Man, okay. So I was texting y'all last night around halftime, start of the third quarter. And like I knew by then that they were probably going to lose this game. And it was just like watching the first quarter. They dominated them. They were running the ball well. They got big play after big play. Those first two drives, I'm like, oh man, this game is done. This game is done. After the first two touchdowns, Alabama stalls out on offense again. They get the ball back. I think that's when the drop happened, the drop to the running back, where he like turns his body and flicks it sideways. It was the weirdest throw, and it ended up a little bit short, but you still got to catch that. You got to catch that. Then the second quarter starts, and everything. I mean, it's diarrhea city all over that team. A muffed punt out of nowhere. It literally looked like he was trying to drop it on the ground. It was uncanny. Had the muffed punt. Had the pick. Yeah, I'm like, what even was that? Man was nowhere near him, bro. The pick six, terrible. Awful. Like, the worst throw of the game. Absolutely terrible. And then, right, you have a chance. This game was so demonstratively in Oklahoma's favor. They still had a chance. They had an opportunity, but then you get all the way down there, you get stalls out in the red zone, and you miss the field goal, miss a chippy. Like everything that could go wrong for Oklahoma in that game did go wrong starting in the second quarter. And, I try not to totally take away credit from teams for doing what they're supposed to do when they present those opportunities. Y'all, Alabama ran the ball for 28 yards. 1.1 yards a carry. I'm sorry. If you ever lose a game where the opposing opponent runs it that putrid, what are we even doing? What are you doing? And you were up 17-0, 17 scratch, and they can't run the ball at all. 28 yards for the game, and you lose it by 10? Again, I try not to take credit away from DeBoer and Alabama. They did what they were supposed to do. They made it happen. But god damn, was that a gift? Damn, was that a gift?
Facts. Yeah, I guess looking at this game from jump, I was looking for a team that could potentially go and see Indiana and give them a fight. And throughout this game, I didn't see either team giving that fight. Right? Neither one of these teams look like they're going to give Indiana any kind of fight. Whether it's Oklahoma's lack of a run game, John Mateer made up for it at times, but then again, as we all saw, he fucked it up multiple times. I don't believe that Bama, even though they beat that team, I don't believe Bama is going to go into Indiana and beat them. I just don't. I don't see it from either team. So congratulations to Indiana, moving on to likely the national championship after this, or whatever the round is before the national championship, because both of these teams looked ass. And if anything, it gives credence to what I've been saying all year about the SEC.
Real quick, because one thing I love about this show is the chat. This man said Garrison's up for 5 Validate Me awards, and I hope you win every single one.
It's not even funny.
Yo, this chat is fucking hilarious, man. All right.
That wasn't even worth stopping the show for.
No, that was great, bro. 5 Validate Me awards?
Why are we going Oregon, James Madison first when the Texas A&M Miami game?
That's the game of the week, I guess.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
We got to get this game out the way. This is right. This is the right order to go in. This is a trash game. Let's go.
Oregon's winning this game. I know we don't pick, but do we need to say any more? Who wants to say anything?
So, yeah. No. I'll take it in a different direction. I think it's interesting that we are really focused on like Ole Miss Tulane. We're focused on James Madison in Oregon. Like, oh man, these teams shouldn't be in here. Why are they even here? Every single one of these games are going to end the same way, double-digit score differentials, and none of the teams playing in them are going to win the national championship.
Right.
What are these? These are bowl games, folks. These are the same games that y'all used to watch when it was outside the playoffs. These games are pretty inconsequential. Does anybody think that outside of Ohio State, Georgia, maybe Indiana, that there's a legitimate Texas Tech could make some noise, but they're below Indiana for me. But even just those 4 teams, you think Oregon gonna run the table and win the national championship? Anybody?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hey, JS in the chat, please shut up. You sound stupid.
I'm just
saying.
These games are inconsequential. It was the same way last year, right? We watched Penn State beat the shit out of SMU. Neither one of those teams made a difference in the national championship. Like this is what we're relegated to, arguing over whether James Madison should get into the playoffs when none of these games matter. That's my thought.
When JMU knock off the Ducks, you all going to say, I knew they were going to win. What are we talking about in the chat? Chat sounds crazy right now.
I will eat my shirt. I'll eat my shirt. This isn't basketball.
A lot of people in chat
saying
stupid shit.
When JMU knocks off Oregon? Somebody said that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chat is saying, there's some people in chat saying the stupidest shit right now.
Listen,
the SEC.
JMU, if JMU is within 20 points of this game when the clock strikes 0, that's a win for JMU. Unfortunately for JMU, and by the way, I live not too far from JMU. I think that they have a good program. Going from Signetti to I forget my man's name now, who's leaving, by the way, to go to UCLA. But the reality is this: they play a similar style of football to Oregon without the athletes that Oregon has. They can't outrun these guys to the boundaries, bro. They're going to get destroyed. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. They got a bunch of kids from, they got the leftovers basically. That schools like Oregon didn't want. Exactly. And it's gonna show on the field. Unfortunately, I wish JMU could give a game here. Sure, they can't though. I'm sorry. And if they're within 20 points at the end of this one, it's a win.
Lanning.
Right.
Y'all. Now y'all want Lanning now. What is happening?
Be like, hey, listen, I know they want to burn down your house out there in Eugene.
The truth is this. The truth is this, Josh. We are desperate. For everybody in the chat that's saying you guys sound desperate, you're absolutely right. We are in a desperate situation. Unfortunately, the last coach left us in a bad situation. We had to fire our coach in December, fam. This guy had to be fired in December. Right before the transfer portal opens, right after the class was signed, right? It's a bad situation. It was a bad time to do it. All of it was bad timing, and now we are in a desperate situation. That's just the fact of the matter. There's no getting around that. So everybody's saying you guys sound desperate. You're absolutely right, bro. We need a coach ASAP. Somebody that the kids in the locker room can say, okay, that's our coach. At least I know who I should go to or whatever, right? Right now, we don't have that. We have interim Biff, and at least they can, even if it's Biff next year, we need to get to that point where we say, okay, Biff is our coach going forward.
I have a plan for y'all. y'all come up and hit a lick for 500 bricks and then offer it
Hey, son.
to Dan Lanning.
21.
He will take it. Get 21 Savage to hit a lick on 500 bricks.
Right.
Give it to Dan Lanning. You have your next Michigan head coach. All right. Tulane Ole Miss. Now, I actually think this game will be closer than the Oregon JMU game because Ole Miss, I don't think they're that good. They don't have a coach. Thoughts?
Ole Miss is going to dominate this game the same way Oregon will. Oh, go, Johnny.
Yeah, I think Ole Miss gonna dominate them. It's one thing to, they lost Lane Kiffin, but this would be embarrassing. You don't want to get embarrassed on the big stage. Now it could happen, but I think they're gonna be locked in. You got to come together as a team. The team factor, the culture factor. We got to come together. If we lose in the playoff, let's not let it be to them. You know what I'm saying? Like the embarrassment factor. Like you roasted. You roasted. You would take some of this laughter away from us. So hey, maybe I do want Tulane to win.
Now, I definitely have Ole Miss winning this game, but I've seen Ole Miss struggle against Washington State, so it could happen. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I definitely have Ole Miss winning this by a couple scores, though. Marcus?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Ole Miss running away with this. Ole Miss is going to run away with this the same way Oregon going to run away from James Madison. These games don't matter, folks.
Yeah.
Who does Tulane or Ole Miss play? Who's their next? Who's the champion? Is it
Georgia? Georgia?
This game doesn't matter, but Ole Miss can go back and say they won a playoff game. So I guess that's something.
Yeah, you don't want to lose to this.
What's wrong with Tulane? What's wrong? You don't want to lose to this. Anyway, look, I think take Tulane. Take Ole Miss and the points. They're gonna cover. They're gonna win. The end.
They already won by 35 during the regular season.
Right. I don't care who the coach is. They're gonna win.
We'll see. All right. Now, game of the week. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Game of the week.
Give us the banner. I need the banner.
Hold on, man.
Hurry up, man.
You've been ignoring my banners all day.
I really have. Miami versus Texas A&M. I've been telling y'all all year long. Texas A&M's defense is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They gave up 42 to Arkansas, a bottom of the SEC team. What do you think is going to happen when Carson Beck shows up? Miami's winning this game. Miami, I don't care if they're not the favorites. Miami is winning this game, and then they're going to see Ohio State, and we're going to beat them by 17 points. Just telling y'all how it's going to go. Thoughts from the Michigan gallery?
I can't say you wrong. But Carson Beck has been known to turn that ball over also.
That is true.
Miami's run game isn't quite that good. And A&M is explosive. But if Bain and that D line gets to Marcel Reed, he might not make it through this one. So it's a little iffy. The only team that I really want to win this game is the one that I think can give OSU a headache, which it probably is Miami, I think, with that defensive line, because we saw how Indiana's defensive line gave them headaches. So I'm leaning more towards Miami because of that. But I wouldn't be surprised if A&M wins this game because Carson Beck will turn it over. And A&M is explosive. They have an explosive pass game with dynamic receivers. So it's an interesting matchup, but I don't know. I ain't even ready to pick. So let me just throw Marcus up there.
So I see where first of all, I'm gonna address it this way. This is uncharted territory for me because Josh been kicking our ass on picks all year, and that just don't happen. It just doesn't happen. Okay,
It's an anomaly.
I won't allow it. Okay? But, however, I think I figured it out. All season, Josh has been bucking the conventional wisdom, right? Going adverse to the narrative or what people perceive about certain teams. I think this is the one that's going to bite him in the butt, right?
Oh.
The perceived narrative is that, oh, well, Miami has the bigger defensive line and they're the more prototypical pro team. Their coach is an offensive line guy and they'll just be able to move A&M off the ball and that'll be that. Okay. If Miami was that guy, they would have dominated a weak ACC conference and won it. But we seen it against Louisville. Who else did they Louisville and
why can't I remember?
What's they lose to? I remember the Louisville game specifically because I was embarrassed.
SMU.
And who else?
Well, they beat the brakes off
SMU.
Yeah.
My God. Yeah. Okay. So, given that this will be the most explosive offense that Miami has faced all season, and we know that there is an opportunity to stifle them offensively via turnovers from Carson Beck, I think there's a lot more danger for the Hurricanes in this one than what people are giving credit for. I'm sticking with my original prediction that all of these games are going to end in double-digit losses, in double-digit differentials. So this is no different, right? Either Miami holds them down, runs the ball effectively today, keeps it away from Marcel Reed, turns him over a few times, and the rest is history, or Texas A&M runs away with it early and never looks back because Miami's not built to come back from deep deficits. They ain't built like that. So we'll see.
Before we get into M3, yes, great points. Absolutely great points. I will add that I don't trust Mario Cristobal. I do not trust Mario Cristobal. So, yes, very possible that Texas A&M can win this game. And if Texas A&M does win this game, I'm even happier because if there's one team I would love to face, it's garbage defense ass Texas A&M because our defense can take care of that offense.
I know Miami has the better defensive line, but like there doesn't feel like a real threat for them offensively against y'all. Like I don't see their clear-cut advantage against y'all offensively. Marcel Reed and their offense at least presents a problem that y'all have to solve. Like you may have the decided advantage when y'all have the ball, but like there's still something to contend with. I don't see that with Miami.
That's right.
I just don't.
I agree with that, and I think
they may have it.
If they D-line dominates the game, that's the great equalizer.
But can they score though? Is Miami going to be able to score any points?
Hey, if they hold them to like what Indiana did,
okay.
Yeah,
you say
Indiana's a better team. Indiana's a better team.
I'm just saying, defensively, if they could do that. No.
Indiana's a better team defensively than Miami as well.
Off the stage.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
So for me, I am one that believes in Miami's front. I was talking to Johnny. I was talking to people last night. Even I think Miami's front can cause problems. I don't like Texas A&M's defense. They got dogs over there. They got athletes over there, but they give up a lot of points, and I think Miami can take advantage of that. I think Miami wins this game because of that, because they can get pressure on the quarterback, and because they can take advantage of Texas A&M porous defense. Now, granted, this game can go the other way, absolutely, but at the same time, at the same time, I just think that Miami is going to handle business here. I think they got a lot to prove. They want to prove a lot, and I think they get this win. By the way, does that mean that Texas A&M? Are you saying Texas A&M are 3.5 point favorites here?
I think so, right?
Yeah,
I think
they're-
you need the minus sign there for that because this looks like
this was
It
last
favored
minute.
Miami.
Y'all ain't paid attention to the banners all game. I ignore my banners. Now y'all want to pick them apart.
right.
Let me
The banner's great. The banner's great.
let me read the super chats. Ripstar, well, this is Mazes, I believe. Appreciate the 199.
No, why you gonna give me?
This was amazing. What's college football is trash. Hydra butter knives and safety scissors.
That's
oh
crazy.
my goodness.
Appreciate the $2 from Michigander 12. Eli beat the Buckeyes in 2023.
That's a fact.
They beat
He did.
Lincoln Keenholtz.
Well,
Congrats.
y'all had DB too. Remember DB? He was gonna win.
He got injured in the first drive.
Sure
It
did.
was Lincoln Keenholtz. Our offensive line was Swiss cheese back then. Yes. Congratulations, Eli. Anything else? That was the last super chat.
Yeah, that was the last super.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm ready to get this first round over with because I'm ready to see if Indiana can continue their hot streak right now. I want to see what Georgia looks like. Obviously, before we play them, Buckeyes. Obviously, I want to see the Buckeyes play. And Texas Tech, and their defense flying around the field. I'm ready for those teams as opposed to JMU and fucking Tulane and
Arizona
this bullshit
State
as
beat
first round.
Texas Tech.
No.
They did.
I had Arizona State winning that conference. I feel so bad.
Sure
now.
did. Dilly.
Damn. One prediction out of all the predictions I got right.
Bro, you see how also I want to point out something too, that the fans are fickle. You guys are a fickle group. When I mentioned all of Dilly's shortcomings, by the way, which is a lot of them, by the way, everybody's neither was Sharon wasn't blah, 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 blah. Bro, Sharon gone. What we talking about Sharon for? And do we want a repeat of Sharon?
Can we talk about
Make
how
it make
y'all's
sense.
chat be saying the craziest shit in chat? A
They tired
Brutus
of y'all.
song? What do y'all be thinking about, bro?
They tired of
Homeboy was
y'all.
talking about pegged at 11 in the morning. This dude talking about Brutus songs. Like, what y'all be on? I
You
just
gonna have to get her
tired of
training
y'all.
order.
just saying.
These folks
Indiana
tired
is
of
curb
y'all.
stomping Bama. They can't run the ball. I agree.
28 yards,
back-
1.1 yards a carry.
Meet me back here after that game is over. I promise you, it's not gonna go the way y'all think it's gonna go.
The Bama Indiana game?
Yeah,
Okay.
How's it going to go? Give us your
Uh,
prediction.
that Indiana's not gonna win that game.
You got Bama?
I got
Okay.
Bama.
Whoa.
Okay.
Look, you smoking that loud because all of a sudden Kurt Signetti is he's unbeatable, right?
No,
No, not saying
It's
that.
not that. It's how
Talk
Bama
vulnerable
looks
Bama
atrocious.
is.
with talent.
Bama
Dog,
looks atrocious.
The entire train had to
All right.
leave the tracks. It had to levitate out of orbit for Alabama to win that game last night. Like it wasn't just a
Hold on,
train
bro.
wreck. This shit left Earth. The train
No,
left
listen.
Earth.
Listen, they did. It did get off the tracks. However, it was assisted by Bama.
Okay, I mean, all right, okay.
If you get rid of Bama, if Indiana somehow handles that situation,
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State will win another national championship.
Wait, you think Indiana the only team in this playoff that can beat y'all?
Yes.
Please tell the truth about Georgia. Just one time.
Yes.
Please tell the truth
Oh
about
no.
Georgia.
Look, I will give Georgia all their props, right? But until I know for sure that their best team is going to come up, I'll never know what Georgia team I'm going to get. I just won't. Right? If Stetson Bennett Jr. is going to come out and shit down his leg, they're going to lose.
Bro, I just love the prisoners of the moment that everybody is. Listen, me saying that Indiana can lose to Alabama is no knock against Kurt Cignetti. Kurt Cignetti's already proven who he is. He is who he said he is. I said that after that game, right? Kurt Cignetti is everything Kurt Cignetti thinks he is, right?
You tried to say that Kurt Cignetti was a better coach than Ryan Day.
No, I didn't try to say it. He is.
Which is
I stand by
that. Cap.
No. Listen. He's a better coach than Ryan Day. As it stands right now, Ryan Day on the scale of greatness, Ryan Day is greater than Kurt Cignetti. Kurt Cignetti, X's and O's though, will coach circles around Ryan Day. He did it. He
did do it.
All right.
That does not mean that
we moving on.
We've beaten him before. Ryan Day destroyed him last year. What are we talking?
Yeah, dog. Listen,
one game doesn't mean that he's better.
Listen to me, Josh. You literally took the field in that Big Ten championship game with everything. By the way, y'all wanted a Big Ten championship. I know it. Your fan base said it.
Absolutely.
That said, you had 67 blue chip players, 67 of them on that roster. That man went out there with 7 total. Seven.
Maze.
Hold on,
Marcus.
He went out there with 7 blue chip players. Put your coach in the headlock, marched his ass to the locker, threw him in there.
Maze, he won by 3 points. First of all. Second of all, one
doesn't care
game.
About that. 10 years from now, they're not going to say Kurt Cignetti beat Ryan Day by only 3 points. No. They're going to say 10 years from now, Indiana won the Big Ten championship by beating Ohio State. That's all that matters.
Okay, so then was the Appalachian State coach better than y'all's coach? Is he definitively better than y'all's coach? Is he better, like as a whole?
No.
Or was he better in that game?
He was better.
Okay, so we understand
he's not greater than Lloyd Carr. Lloyd Carr is great. That guy was better,
right, in that one game. But we understand that
doesn't make that
bro.
Don't do just one game, because it's not just one game, bro. He won the Big Ten, as somebody just said. He's been better all season. He's got a better. They had a better margin of victory than you.
Has not been better all season. That's
bro,
not true.
He beat better teams than you beat.
He doesn't have a national championship.
That now we're talking greatness now. You're right. I just said that, by the way, that Ryan Day is greater.
Don't even have him beating Bama. He is not definitively a better coach just because he won the one game.
This is what I'm saying. It would take me another hour to explain this to people like you.
He's not a better coach. He's just not.
Listen,
he's not.
He's better than that man. He's better than DeBoer. He gonna lose though.
He might be better than DeBoer.
Yeah, but he's not. How do you think this is going to go down? Hold on, wait. This is over. How do you think that's going to go down between Bama and Indiana? Like, I don't think Bama doesn't run the ball better. Mm-hmm. They don't pass the ball better. They don't play better defense. They don't have a better pass rush. Why?
They don't pass the ball better
than Indiana?
Yeah. Let's.
It's probably close.
Man, relax.
Yeah.
Relax for
I
a second.
think Indiana.
You guys are too incredulous for me. Like you're making this seem like this is far fetched.
Literally, they have a Heisman winner.
Wait a minute. He's the Heisman winner. He's literally is the Heisman winner, bro. We not. You look at those stats. Do those look like year over year? Are those Heisman winning stats?
Right. He got 35 touchdowns. He got 35 tutties.
Are those Heisman winning stats year over year?
I mean, this year. He won it this
year. Right.
He won it.
Hold on, real quick.
Ty Simpson wasn't even.
Bama averages 8 more passing yards than.
Oh, but you guys were incredulous, bro.
Okay.
Incredulous. Than Indiana. Look at y'all.
Wait. I'm sorry.
I still think Indiana's passing game is more consistent than Alabama's, but I will concede the point because
8 more yards per pass.
Well, if it's 8 yards per pass, then that's astronomical.
Overall,
55 to 247 a game.
Yeah, and he's got the better players.
Hold on.
Period.
Wait. Could that not just be explained that Alabama literally can't do the other thing on offense? Like they literally can't do the other thing. It's not even an option. They have to throw the ball.
Ty Simpson is going to make plays with his feet.
Okay,
they'll get a timely run.
Okay.
And By the way, I don't even think this thing is necessarily close. And by that, I mean they win by 10 or more.
What have you seen from Alabama?
What makes you think
Wait,
I gotta hear this. I gotta hear
Alabama this season. Yeah,
listen,
they go walk in
bro,
a Big Ten champ.
crazy, but I want you to
I know you do. I know you do. Listen,
I want you
here's
to
the
be
thing. I bet you do.
I do.
Here's the thing. Yes, Indiana has been the best team in college football all season. We saw Oregon do a similar thing, by the way, last season and then get dog walked when it mattered. Did all of those teams that had the first round bye lose, by the way, last season? Every one of them?
Texas lost.
Georgia
lost.
Georgia lost to Notre Dame.
Who had to play in the first round and then beat Georgia.
Georgia didn't lose and
they lost in the next round. Yeah, because Notre Dame beat Penn State in the next round, right? Who by the way beat whoever it was that was waiting on them. So yeah. So there's something to be said about having to wait to play football for however many weeks, right? And then you compound that with the blue chip ratio being super one-sided in this game again. Not that it wasn't against Oregon, not that it wasn't against Ohio State, but now we're talking about it again. How many times does he perform these death-defying acts? I can't see. He can't keep doing this, unfortunately, even for the great coach that he is.
You don't believe in seeing.
I will say 1,000%. I've been saying this, by the way. So we did the predictions on my show. I said that whoever comes out of that game against Oklahoma or Alabama would beat Indiana.
You said that a minute ago. I mean, it hasn't
happened yet, I will say
this.
Not only do I want that to be true, what you're saying,
yeah,
it is possible. It is possible. It just sounds insane, especially after what we just saw. Yes, Bama won that game, but it didn't look like they won that game.
Bro, Bama dominated that game after they were down 17-0. They literally dominated the game.
Let's back it off from dominate. Back it off from dominate. It's just
they were down 17,
but they did dominate it after they were down.
If Indiana goes up 17-0 against Bama,
I agree with you. They're not going to. I'm with you there. We are on the same page there. If Indiana gets up 17-0, in Alabama might as well pack it up. Right,
they're stomping them. Yeah.
Okay.
But I hope you're right.
Keep getting away with it.
He can't. I do. I sound like a fucking Batman villain or something. But he can't.
Right. That's a bold prediction, but I'll roll with it. I'll allow it to happen. Because if they beat Indiana, I'm telling you, I am shopping for my second belt. Right away.
That they didn't eliminate Georgia.
Roll over Georgia.
Yeah,
exactly, bro.
Georgia is the most dangerous team in the playoffs. They're the most dangerous team in the playoffs.
No, I want you to know this. If Indiana beats, or if Indiana does beat Bama, we still have to beat Georgia regardless. Like we have to beat Georgia no matter what, right? But if they go ahead and take out Bama on the other side, it's curtains. It's curtains. We win in this thing.
Bro, y'all gonna Miami might get y'all out the way, man.
Now you sound crazy. You sound insane now.
Hey, Mario Cristobal scrape you. I'm looking at y'all.
Miami get y'all out the way, man. I don't want you to show up for the next.
If Mario Cristobal beat us, I might throw this belt away.
You got to do it live on this show. I want you to do it like that girl did the WWE Women's Champion, WWF Women's Championship on WCW. You got to do it just like that.
I'm probably not doing that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know you're not.
But you know,
in my head, I'm clean.
In my head, I'm gonna be like, man, what the fuck is this belt even? Really? Anyway, any other thoughts before we get out of here and watch Miami beat Texas A&M?
Yeah. Oh, they first up. Okay,
they're first up.
Who did the scheduling?
I don't know. This is clearly the best game of the day, but I don't. Who's on prime time? James Madison in Oregon.
Yeah. Right. Andre Blaze, yes.
We stood up here all season and cried about who was going to get in 11 and 12. And at 8 o'clock tonight, you will be watching coked out Lanning go crazy all over James Madison's body. Congratulations.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Congrats.
I will probably stop watching college football after this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. After this game, I don't give a fuck.
After this
I
game,
don't
go
care.
get your haircut. Go take your boot.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna
Bro,
enjoy the fuck out of my Saturday.
Remember when I said that Michigan Texas was gonna have more views than every first round playoff game? Now, granted, I don't know what Alabama and Oklahoma did last night. That one might be hella watched. But yeah, Michigan Texas might be more viewed than these Saturday games.
Michigan Texas is a good matchup. That's a good solid game. You know what I mean?
It's a bowl game. It's what all these first round matchups actually are. It's just a damn bowl game.
Top two programs in the nation.
Yeah.
That's the game that I want to see and laugh at Michigan for.
Yo, chill out, man. Chill out. Go blue.
Arch Manning, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Arch Manning might be a Wolverine back.
He had to get that money back because he didn't hit his benchmarks. They like, oh, I'm gonna restructure to build the roster. No, you didn't hit the marks, so you had to get that shit back.
Who did? Arch?
He had to get. They restructured his contract.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he did. Did he play like the top paid NIL player in the country?
Hey, listen to me, Marcus.
Something to get that back.
Listen to me, Marcus. They'd had to get it in blood. I don't care what I played like.
Hey, they not playing with him. Like he signed a real deal. Like the Mannings wasn't gonna let him sign anything less, so he signed a real deal. If you wasn't here by this time, this is what we paying you. Now they sugarcoated it. They gave him the we'll get other guys. Nah, nigga, you better play better.
Crazy.
He is going 21 for 28, 312 yards.
Chill out.
3 touchdowns.
Chill out.
No interceptions.
No interceptions.
Yeah, that's a good one to go out on.
Chill out, man.
Oh man. On that note, y'all, kickoff is starting, so we are out. Go Bucks.
No, go blue.
Oh,
Hell no.